Welcome to the ESA Pro 2.1 video tutorial series. In this series, we'll be covering everything you need to begin creating spectacular light shows. To get started, you'll need to download the latest version of the ESA Pro 2.1 software from our website. You can find the link in the description below. When you begin to move through the setup wizard, you'll be asked to install several tools. These will help you make the most of our software and our hardware. One of these is the SSL library. This library contains over 20,000 official fixture profiles from lighting manufacturers across the globe. This option is unchecked by default for memory saving purposes, but it is recommended that you install this. Windows users may also have an additional driver installation window appear. Once the software is installed and you launch it, if you have a nickel Audi device connected via USB or present on your local network, the device import window will appear. This lists all the devices available to use with the software. Select the device you wish to connect to and press OK. Your device is now active and ready to be used with the software. Let's familiarize ourselves with the key areas of the software. At the top left-hand side of the screen, we have the page selector. This changes whether you're viewing the editor, standalone, or simulator page. The Cube and Lightning Bolt launch the 3D visualizer and device import windows respectively. We'll be covering the 3D visualizer in a later tutorial. For now, we're going to stay in the editor window. The section along the top is the zone bar. Zones are a great way to control fixtures separately from each other, and we'll cover how to set up and use them in a later tutorial. This is the tab selector. This is where you'll change if you're working in the Builder, Selections, Mappings, or DALI sections of the software. Let's start with Builder. All of these will be covered in greater detail in later tutorials. The Builder screen is where you create and patch all of your fixtures. You can import generic fixture types such as single channel, RGB, and LED pixels. You can also import fixtures from the SSL library by clicking on the folder icon. When you've imported your fixtures, you can begin arranging them using the tools at the top of the workspace. Once arranged, we can begin programming our fixtures. ESA Pro 2.1 has a powerful effects engine and comes with several pre-programmed dynamic effects. To apply these to our fixtures, we simply select the fixtures by dragging and highlighting, and we then drag and drop the effect that we desire onto them. You can edit your effect parameters in the Properties and Effect Settings tab on the right side of the workspace. To program static colors, we'll need to use the basic block. Once we've dragged and dropped this onto the desired fixtures, a new window will appear on the right side of the workspace. This is called the Feature Timeline. The Feature Timeline is where you program the channels that are associated with your fixture. As we're working with a generic RGB fixture, we can only see red, green, and blue channels, with generic color, pan, tilt, and dimmer channels. We can create static colors in two ways using the basic block. First, we can click the plus symbol next to one of our color channels, in this case red, and we can then drag the slider or type the desired DMX level. By doing this with all three available color channels, we create mixed colors. Alternatively, you can press the plus symbol next to generic color and create your static color from the array of options available in the pop-up window. To add a new scene to your project, press the New Scene button above the scene list in the bottom left corner. Now we've got some programming, we can write it to our device's memory. To do this, we move to the Standalone screen by selecting the icon at the top of the page. In the Standalone screen, we can view the device we want to write the show to on the left side of the screen. You can add additional devices by selecting them from the drop-down menu and pressing the plus button. The scenes in your project are listed in the My Project window. From here, you can add scenes to your device to be written by using the arrows or the tools to add selected or all available scenes to the device. Scenes that have been added to your device appear in the middle section of this screen. You can use the write button to write any added scenes to device memory. Once written, your device is ready to be used in standalone mode. You can now disconnect your device from the computer and connect your lights. You may wish to check that your scenes and lights are working correctly before disconnecting from the computer. You can do this by using the test button to put your device into standalone mode, or by going to the simulator screen. In the simulator screen, you can trigger a scene by selecting it from the list of scenes that appear here. This is everything you need to get started with ESA Pro 2.1. There will be more tutorials coming in the future, so be sure to check back.